Hello, my dear students. In the first class, we have learned so many things. That is parts of computer and different parts of computer in detail, and characteristics of computer, uses of computer. And now in this class, let us study further a few important things regarding computer. First one, input and output devices. We know the meaning of input and output. Input means the instructions that we are going to give to the computer to work. Those instructions, we call that instructions as input. And then output means the processed information that is given by the computer to the user, that is called output. Now, input devices means the devices which are used to give input to the computer. Those devices we call input devices. So in particular, you can say the devices which are used to accept the data and instructions from the user. That means those data and instructions are the input to the computer, so that in so that we can say the devices which are used to give input to the computer are called input devices. Example for input devices are mouse and keyboard, etc. See, mouse and keyboard are used to give input to the computer. Next one, output devices. Similarly, the devices which are used to view output from the computer, those devices we call those as output devices. That means the device that displays output to the user, that those devices we call it as output devices. Example for output devices are uh, monitor and printer, speaker. These are all output example for output device. See, here is some list of some output devices. See, input devices: trackball, joystick, scanner, web camera. These are all input devices. See, we have studied in the last year in the 6th standard about these peripheral devices, computer devices in the last year. And output example for output devices: printer, plotter, speaker, and projector. These are all example for output devices. See, we have studied all these devices in 6th standard. Remember once again and recap once again. We have studied all these devices in 6th standard. So for examples for input devices and output devices: input devices, trackball, joystick, scanner, web camera. Output devices: printer, plotter, speaker, and projector. See, let us move on to the next concept: do's and don'ts with the computer. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. Now, see, there are so many things we must not do with the computer, and there are so many things we have to maintain those things while we are sitting in front of the computer. See, first one, see, keep it clean. That means we have to keep the computer and computer surroundings very clean, because computer processor, that is we call brain of the computer ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, CPU, that is affected by the dust, and the dust may cause the computer doesn't work. So that we have to keep the computer clean, and computer as well as computer surroundings. That means, say, while going to the computer lab, you don't take any snacks, food, drinks, etc. See, that may cause dust in your computer lab. Usually that dust may harm the computer, so that keep the computer system clean or your computer lab clean. Second one, be safe. That means we are the human beings. See, we may got electrical shock, isn't? See, computer is mainly works on electricity, isn't? Computer uses electricity, so that there are so many wires behind the computer system. So if if any wire, if any damaged wire is touched by us, then we may get electrical shock. So that we have to be safe while sitting in front of the computer. We must not touch any part of the computer with bare hands and wet hands. uh, we do not touch any part of the computer, see, with wet hands, so that, see, we have to be safe. So next one, keep a correct posture. See, we have to put the computer on the table or a chair in a proper manner. That means in a proper height, and maintain a distance from the monitor. See, for example, if we sit in front of a computer on a stool which is not so much height, proper height, then we can't see monitor properly. There may be there that may cause us eye problem. See, if there is no proper distance between monitor and our eyes, then they may cause us eye problem. So that we have to be in a correct posture. That means we have to maintain a minimum distance from the monitor from the eye. See, that is called, see, correct posture. Next one, be gentle. See, be gentle means we have to be gentleman while sitting in front of the computer. That means we have to be we have to use the computer parts very smoothly. They are sensible, they may break, so that we have to use in a smooth way. See, do not hit the keys on the keyboard too hard. Do not remove or that disconnect any cable. That means computer may not work. If you remove any cable, computer doesn't work. So that, see, do not remove or take any item away from the computer. That means be a gentleman while sitting in front of the computer. Next one, share equally. See, in your computer lab, all computer belongs to every student in our school. So that every student must share every computer equally among all the students. So, see that this is the share equally. See, these are the do's and don'ts with the computer. Let us move on to the next one, paint activity. See, I think everybody is interested in writing the diagrams and painting and coloring them, isn't? So I think you have already, everybody, drawn pictures on the paper and given colors to it. But in that facility is available in computer also. We can draw pictures, we can give colors and written beautiful pictures. See, so that feature is provided by a program called Paint, Microsoft Paint. Let us start that paint activity. Now, see, that program, see, a program called Paint, that is provided by drawing pictures. Say, let us see how to open paint activity. That means how to open Microsoft Paint. Click on the first step, click on the start button, and then start menu will appears. Second step, click on programs option on the start menu, and then program submenu will appears. And that program submenu, select accessories option, and then in that accessories option, accessories submenu will appears. In that accessories submenu, click on the paint option, then the paint program will be opened. Then the paint program will be opened. So in this way you can open the paint program. See, while doing practical class, see, after this I am going to do a practical class. In that class I will explain clearly how to open the paint. See, let us just here just learn the theory only. I will explain only theory only. In the practical class I will explain in detail. Let us see one by one again how to open the paint program. Click on the start button, and then next programs option, next accessories, and then paint. In this way you can open paint activity. Now let us let us see some important tools that are used to draw pictures and color them. See what are they? Let us learn one by one. See, there are text tools. See, there are they are grouped by two types. One is text tools, drawing shapes and paint options, and so on. Now first one, text tools. See, first one is pencil. See, this pencil tool is used to draw freehand drawing of required thickness. See, we can make thickness differences, and then we can draw pictures by using pencil. This icon. See, this tool is paint provides this tool. By using this tool we can draw freehand writing, or we can draw pictures on the screen. Next one, eraser. Eraser is a tool we know commonly we use eraser to erase unwanted things. So similarly, after drawing a picture to erase some unwanted things, we use this tool, eraser tool. It looks like this. Third one, text tool. See, text tool is used to insert text to the picture. To suppose after drawing a picture, if you want to give a name to the picture, you have to write the name is in. So to write the name, text tool is used. Next one is fill with the color. See, this is the important tool, fill with color. See, this tool provides to color the picture, drawed picture. See, after drawing the picture, to fill the color to the picture, we have to use this icon, that is called fill with the color tool. Next one, brushes. See, brushes, this is a tool which is used to draw lines that have a different appearance and texture. See, to draw straight lines or curved lines of different appearance and texture, we are going to use brush tool. Next one is while drawing pictures, we may require different shapes. So those shapes also provided by paint program. Let us see what are those shapes. Those are called drawing shapes. First one, line. So if you want to draw straight line, then you may use line shape. If you want to draw curved shape, any curve, if you want to draw any curve, then you have to use curve shape. And then if you want to draw circles, ovals, and so on, you have to use oval shape. And paint also provides rectangle, square shapes. So these are the drawing shapes. There are several options in paint program which are used to different things. See, let us see one by one. First one, new option. See, new option is used to create a paint new paint program. That means to draw a new picture, we want a drawing sheet, isn't it? Similarly, for a new document, paint document, we are going to use this new option to create new paint document. And the second one is open option, which is used to open a paint document already saved in your computer. See, if you draw a computer, after completion of the drawing the picture, we have to save that picture by giving a suitable name. See, after saving, suppose on the next day you have to open that picture, means you have to use the open option. Third one is save option. See, save option, which is used to save the picture in your computer in a specified location. See, after drawing a picture, you can save the picture by using save option. Next one is print option. See, if you want to print the drawed, say print the picture you have drawn, then print option is used to print the picture you have drawn. See, and exit option to come out from the paint program, exit option is used. See, these are all options are under office button. See, that is on the left top corner of the computer screen, monitor screen, that is called office button. These are all options: new, open, save, print, exit. All these options are on the office menu. See, I will explain in detail how to create new document, how to open the document, how to save the document, how to print the document, how to come out from the paint activity in detail in the practical class. And then lastly, uh, number system. See, number system is a set of values used to represent different quantities is known as number system. See, number system, it is nothing but that is the set of values. Every number system is a set of values to represent different quantities. That is simple. Now there are say you have, I think you have heard many number systems. See, let us see one by one. Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, and hexadecimal number system. See, these number systems are based on the base. That means the number of digits used in that number system. See, this classification is based on the number of digits used in that number system. See, let us see one by one. In binary number system, that is the base of binary number system is 2, and the digits which are used in binary number system is 0 and 1. 2 digits are used, so that the name by means 2, binary number system. Second one, octal number system. Octal number system. See, binary number system first one, second one octal number system. In octal number system, the base of octal number system is 8, and the 8 digits are used in the octal number system. Those are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Totally 8 digits. 8 digits are used in octal number system, so that is called octal number system. Octa means 8. So next one is decimal number system. Deci means 10, so that the base of the decimal number system is 10, and the number of digits used in decimal number system are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 10 digits are used in decimal number system. See, we are in our common life, we are using decimal number system for any calculation. Remember this thing, decimal number system is used to for our calculation in our daily life. Next one is hexadecimal number system. In hexadecimal number system, there are 16 digits. We are going to use 16 digits in the hexadecimal number system, so that the base of the hexadecimal number system is 16. The digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, capital E, capital F. See, in this number system, capital A denote 10, capital B denote 11, capital C denote 12, capital D denote 13, capital E denote 14, capital F denote 15. See, in this way we can represent A, B, C, D, F. See, let us observe this table. See, here there are in this table we can see the equivalent number. See, in the decimal number system 0, in the binary number system the equal number of 0 is 0, and all these zeros. In the octal also 0, hexadecimal also 0. On the decimal number system 1. In all the number systems, that is 1 only. See here 2. In the decimal number system 2 is equal to 10 in the binary number system, and 2 is equal to 2 in octal number system and hexadecimal number system. 3 is equal to 11 in the binary number system. 3 is equal to 3. 3 is equal to 3 in the octal and hexadecimal number systems. See, in this way, see, in this table, we have mentioned the the equivalent numbers of decimal numbers in the different number system. See, representation of decimal numbers in different number system. See, the equivalent number of 4 in binary number system is 100. Equivalent number of 7 in binary number system is 111. Equivalent number of 8 in binary number system is 1000. Equivalent number of 8 in octal number system is 10. See, in this way can represent different number system. See, remember these things. Let us do. See, I will do one practical class in the next class. See, thank you.